Hi everybody, welcome back to glorious Sipscity. We are back once again in our city that we recently started building in City Skylines After Dark, the latest expansion for City Skylines, which has so far been pretty good. It's introduced a whole bunch of tourist hotspots, hotels, lots and lots of recreational water activities for some reason, but it's pretty cool. Sipscity is doing okay. We've got a population of just over 10,000 people. We got plenty of money in the bank. We got plenty of money coming in. We have like this strip here now, which is mostly hotels, but we're going to make some changes to that probably today. We might actually need to move this high school out of the way as well for what we're planning on doing. We have some more land that we can purchase. We're probably going to purchase this area of land here so that we can build a bridge over and build some more stuff on this side. We've got our two industrial sectors, and then we have like this real mess of farms. And mainly they're a mess because the farms in this game aren't amazing. You know, they sort of like the industry just sort of packs in together and there's no fields or anything. And also it's up on a hill. So you get all of these like, crappy cliffs and stuff, which aren't the best. Anyway, we might get rid of this in the end because we're probably making enough money off of like tourism and stuff now anyway. Although I'm not sure how many people are actually coming to the city. We'd have to look into it to see. I mean, there's lots of hotels, but just because there's lots of hotels, that doesn't mean that a lot of people want to come and visit because there needs to be stuff to do in the city. Am I right? It's no good just coming to a city just to stay in a hotel. Like, you have to, like, want to do things, like go on this really dangerous pier, for instance, or maybe go on this real dangerous fishing tour as well. I don't know how they get onto the boat. They must have to deploy like a ladder or some stairs or whatever. All right, great. Well, let's take a quick look at our districts, or our one district. We have, well, two, sorry. We have one called Farms and one called the Strip. I think the Strip is probably fine as it is, but we're just going to, well, we're going to shorten it a bit. So actually, when I say it's probably fine as it is, I'm totally lying. We're going to go into this like tourist specialism. Actually, well, we'll go in here and we'll remove some of this because we don't really want, I don't know if we want all of this to be part of it. We don't really need it to like sort of get close to farms, right? And this certainly doesn't need to be part of the district either. All right, this is all important because of course, of budgets and stuff like that, right? There's going to be lots and lots of budgets that we have to sort of be aware of. All right, so we're going to sort of cut the strip in half. All right, so all of these hotels we're going to lose, which hopefully should just prop up all of these hotels over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new district beside the strip. So the strip will lead up to and then probably form part of this new district, which is going to be more for like nightlife and like leisure activities. And that's going to probably occupy this space of the city. Look, we're going to section off like a little grid for nightlife, okay? And it'll be like New Amsterdam or whatever in The Wire, right? Where we're gonna get like police barricades all over the place, all at these corners and these roads and everything, so that people know what they're getting in for when they go in here, okay? There's gonna be lots of prostitutes, there's gonna be lots of nightclubs and dance clubs and places to let your hair down and get loose and do ecstasy and have lots of recreational lovemaking sessions with anyone and everyone who happens to get into your way, okay? It's called the Empire District for now, but I think we're probably going to call this the party zone, okay? Because we're going to be partying here all the damn time, all right? We're going to have to move some of the stuff out of here because obviously we don't want to have a high school in the middle of the party zone. So we'll have to look at doing something with that, like moving it probably. So if we go then back into here and we say we want this to be a leisure specialization and we click on it, great. There's going to be theaters, there's going to be roller discos, there's going to be like a bowling alley, there's going to be all sorts of really awesome stuff in this sort of 3x3 grid party zone in the middle of the city, but which is really close to all the hotels. So see, everybody can stay in the hotels on the strip. They can walk into the party zone. They can get their freak on like all night long if that's what they want to do. and have a really great time. We're going to have to rezone some of this as well because obviously it's all residential right now. And luckily we have a place for residential to spill out into, namely probably this area, which should more than cover what we're going to lose over here. And then all these people will be able to have like a nice suburban life over here instead of in the middle of the party zone. I mean, we could have a couple of little, you know, residential blocks for, you know, people if they all want to congregate together and live like in a party tower. But there's hotels and stuff for that, right? Don't shit in your own backyard, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You know, like, if you're going to go out and be all shitty on the dance floor and stuff like that, make sure you do it away from home. Because you don't want that stuff following you home, right? You want to, like, still maintain the fact that you're, you know, not like a wild party animal who's just, like, up all night, every night, you know, doing drugs and stuff like that. You know, you might not want your boss to find out about that. So you should always go further afield for those pursuits, right? I mean, these people are going to live really close to the party zone, so maybe these can all be like little party houses. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. All right, so we want some low-density commercial in here to begin with, and I think just to start with, that'll be fine. Is that like a library or something? Or what the hell is that? Is it like the Elm residence? The Elms really don't want to move. Look, they've got quite a nice house, actually. Oh, they just left. They had like a little pool with a jacuzzi and everything back there, too. All right, so what's actually going in here now that we've sort of built some commercial? We have the game cave, which is operating normally. That sounds really fun. We have space bowling. See, I told you there's going to be some bowling here. We have Club de la Creme. Holy shit. I mean, this place is going to be rocking like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. People are going to come from far and wide to visit Club de la Creme for some reason. I have no idea why. A firehouse. You know what? I think that the party zone needs its own firehouse, but I don't think it needs its own high school. So we're going to actually migrate this high school out of the party zone, and we're going to put it on this corner here. Look, it's going to be nice and central to like this whole suburb over here. It's going to be quite nice, actually. See, there's going to be a high school here, and then eventually this will probably be a bridge that goes over there. I'm thinking that's a pretty good idea. Okay, great. So coming back over here, we probably want like a bit more low density commercial. Actually, we're going to put a whole bunch of low density commercial in here. Even though there's not much demand for it, eventually this stuff will start springing up. And then we can probably, in between some of this, put in some leisure stuff, which I think is in here somewhere. This is all like the tourism and leisure, right? So, I mean, we could have a beach volleyball court because that would be fun, right? You get a whole bunch of people like really drunk and then they could, you know, go outside and play beach volleyball and, you know, break their necks and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's get a skate park in here too, just for, you know, people who actually want to go have a skate in the middle of the night after they've been drinking and stuff. I don't know about you, but that used to be something I liked to do quite a bit when I was younger and going to clubs and partying and stuff. I'd take my skateboard with me and I'd attach it to my backpack, and then when I was done getting my groove on, I'd go bust a few ollies like at the local skate park. See, I'm sure that there's somebody in there right now busting a mad ollie and his friend is taking a picture. Oh look, there's even some nice picnic tables here for these guys after they've done their skating around and around and around the same pool all day long. That's like some Tony Hawk shit right there. Look at that. You can almost see the combo multiplier just stacking up as he never sort of breaks stride. He's just continuously going around and around and around that fake pool. That's pretty cool, actually. I hope they're all having a lot of fun. It seems like maybe they are. Okay, so we have all these pedestrian paths back here and stuff too. We should have all the bus stops that we had before as well. And hopefully now with our taxis, I think we've got 2 taxi ranks now. Look, we've got a taxi rank here, actually. This has got 1 taxi so far in the queue. We placed one here, and we've also got this other one that's over here by the mall. So when you're done at the party zone, you can either go back to your hotel, which is on the strip here, or you can go back over here and do some shopping at Mall of Moderation. Let's just call it the mall instead, shall we? Because the Mall of Moderation does not sound very appealing. We want to try to get people to go to that mall, if possible. We don't want to scare them away with a shitty name. All right, cool. So the party zone is now set up. We have some leisure activities and hotels and everything, so it's just a case of waiting for that to grow and get going. I've turned off the day and night cycle for now because it's much easier to build just during the day. as opposed to at night. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I think when we've actually built a bunch of stuff and we want to get a glimpse of what it does look like at night, we'll just turn it back on, and then we could admire the city at night. As it's looking now, though, it does actually look like a city, doesn't it? Look, it's like really built up in the middle. There's a couple of like hotels and buildings. I mean, we do need some office buildings and stuff. It's got to be said at some point. But for now, we're just having fun checking out all the new tourism stuff in this latest expansion, which so far has been pretty good. Cool. All right. Anyway, next on the agenda, we would like to, if possible, purchase this land for 9,600 big ones. That's right. It's got trees, it's got grass, there's a building on fire, and also it has a lot of oil resources. I don't know if we're going to tap into any of that realistically, because I don't think we really need to. But one thing we will do for sure is build a bridge over to here. I like the idea that there's going to be maybe some office buildings and stuff on the other side of the river, and that people need to like take the bridge over there. I kind of like that. So I think that's what we're going to strive for. Okay, cool. Everybody's hooked up to power. Before we do anything, I think we're going to need another power plant. Maybe we should get an oil power plant this time. I think that they produce more juice. We'll just shove it in here and hope for the best. Okay, great. What's the traffic like in here? It's pretty steady. It's not completely clogged at the moment, but it's pretty steady. You know, it's like bordering on potential traffic jams and stuff. I sorted out, well, for now, the entrance into the city as well in between episodes. I just removed some of the intersections on the way in. So this major intersection now, which handles like, 4 lanes of traffic or whatever, seems to handle the load of traffic much better. Got rid of these ones, and I also gave people the option of taking this cheeky little off-ramp, which goes onto like a one-way road to get you deep into suburbia if that's where you want to go. Of course, if you don't want to and you want to go straight on, which is probably where most of the trucks and stuff doing deliveries to like the hotels and everything are going, they can just go straight on as well. Anyway, it seems to have alleviated the traffic somewhat, but we may need to come back in here and fix this again at some point. I think going forward, though, the farms are we're probably gonna get rid of the farms, and actually this highway is probably going to sort of come around here, through here, maybe, and then with a couple of on and off ramps into like this part of town, because this is a pretty popular part of town, and it's only going to get more popular with the party zone, right? Look at the party zone. It's actually just going for it. Look at this. Another game cave, play all you want arcade, nightclub, happy hamster. I don't even want to know what happens there. Iron person gym, that's nice. A spectacular bowling alley, that's just what we needed. Games for gamers, finally. Jeez, no more games for like old grandmas, like Candy Crush and stuff. That's right, only games for gamers. We're talking like Call of Duty, we're talking like Quake and Doom maybe. Play all you want arcade, I think we just looked at that one. Game hall, so there's lots of game arcades and stuff, and of course Club de la Creme as well. Nice. Okay, cool. All right. So next up, I guess, well, we don't really want to sever this link. Well, we do want to sever it. I'm lying, but we want this to become a bridge over to here, into this sort of part of the city, and then this bridge will somehow connect up to the highway here. We'll have to maybe get like a Dingleheimer or something so that it can connect up to the highway so that there's access that way. And this will be like another way into the city, using this sort of major road, and then connecting up to here. So I guess we can probably start on that now. We might want to like pause the game as well while we do this work, because you never know, right? Okay. Perfect. So far so good. We're going to go with that. We can always upgrade these roads after. Look, we can get like these bus and 4-lane road with bus lanes. Like, that's pretty cool. We could actually do with having one of those here and maybe upgrade these ones as well. I don't know if that works like as a bridge. I don't know if you can actually do that as a bridge, but we're going to find out soon. We're probably going to have to ditch these power lines too and then just replace them after. But before we unpause, we'll make sure that we do that. We might need to do that with the road too, because we want to make sure that this bridge does not look too dorky. Like, and by that I mean it's going to come down and then go up again, and we want it to be like, maybe like that. Actually, I think we probably want it to like I don't know if we want it to necessarily come down like that. Like, we want it to probably start here, but it seems to really want to start there for some reason. Okay, so if we go all the way, maybe if we just do it like to the middle, like that might look a bit better actually if we do it like that. Huh, cool. I like the style of the bridge actually. That's really nice. And then from here, we should just be able to keep it straight and then have it sort of come down like... I guess we want it to go to like here-ish, and then we want it to come down. And then, no, we don't want it to go underground though. We want it to come down like gradually here, and then just sort of do that. Okay, cool. We probably spent a lot of money on that. And also the bridge, I mean, it's got to be said, the bridge does sort of go up. But, I mean, just the way the elevation works here is not ideal because look, it sort of like isn't so high over here and then it elevates here. So it does have to go up like that. But, I mean, it could be a lot worse. And actually, the style of the bridge and everything looks quite nice. So it's probably not too bad. Okay, so now we have to connect up this road. And I think what we could do is maybe try to do like a little sort of underpass kind of thing. And connect it up to like here. Like, will this work? It seems to work. Okay, actually, that's not bad. Where does this connect up to then? That connects up to in there. That shouldn't be too bad. An intersection here is not the worst thing that could happen and actually gives us a little bit of access into this neighborhood as well, which gives us some access down into here too. We got this bike path, which sort of like starts here. So the bike path starts here. I don't know what this store is actually. Oh, it's a pharmacy. Okay, so when you have to go on a biking trip and you really don't want to, you can stop at the pharmacy first and pick up a lot of roids. You can really just have like a big roid rage right here. Get on your bike and just power down the path all the way down here, back over here, do the loop all the way around the burbs, and then you get to like this cool bike bridge which goes over here and then ends in this like nice little wooded area and takes you right onto the strip, which actually has got to be said is pumping right now. Look at that, Club 801. Actually, Sipscity is looking pretty fucking awesome right now. Okay, let's hook up the power again, and we'll see where we're at. I think we might actually need to like go underground with the power. Can you even go underground with the power? No, I don't believe you can actually. All right, you know what? Actually, I don't think these power lines need to be here at all. I think it's enough to just have that, like that. Get rid of these ones. Preserve our coastline. And we should be in pretty good shape, actually. Okay, so if we resume now, we have some traffic making its way across the bridge. Little do they know that this actually leads nowhere, but maybe they just want to turn around and go the other way, and that's fine too if that's what they want to do. Okay, it looks like that's what they're doing. What a fun little trip. Look, everybody is so excited in Sipscity for the new bridge that they can't wait any longer. They just have to travel on the bridge. Looks quite nice with the traffic on the bridge, actually. All right, so this little area here can be beautified and built up a little bit. We could probably shove some more houses in there as well. It looks like all these residences are coming up, and they have a connection into here. We could do with them having a connection onto this road somehow, but I don't know if it's that needed, because most of these cars and most of this, like the traffic levels are just going to be so low, it doesn't really matter. We just really want to make sure that we've got entrances, multiple entrances into the city and of course into the party zone, which we seem to have done okay actually. That's not too bad at all. All right, so all we got to do now is figure out a way to connect this up to the road here, which we can probably do next time. We probably need to fix up this again because traffic seems to be quite bad. But we can maybe mess around with the multiple sort of bus and taxi lane roads, especially all the way down here, possibly down here as well, maybe even onto the bridge too, just to sort of keep the traffic flowing. But for now, I think we're in pretty good shape, actually. And there we go. Another sensual night descends upon Sipscity. The party zone looks like it is in full swing over there. Oh, look, there's a romantic shooting star about to crash into the planet Earth and cause a massive nuclear explosion. That's cool. And of course, the strip is all lit up, ready to welcome in all of the tourists from far and away so that they can go on fishing trips and go hang out at the skate park and be a bunch of sexual deviants inside the party zone. Awesome. Anyway, we have a bridge that leads nowhere. We did a bit of work sort of replanning and rezoning in the city. We moved a whole bunch of houses out to here, which has all been spoken for. We still have some demands for industry and stuff, which we'll probably look at next time. We're sort of racing towards our next big objective, which means that we'll unlock rail so that we can actually get some sort of cargo routes, local cargo routes for commercial goods and industry and stuff to hook up to so that they don't depend so much on the roads. And we just keep expanding and building and turning Sipscity into like a tourism capital to be proud of. It's getting there. It's slow but steady, and we'll get there in the end. Should we check out the party zone just before we leave? It's coming together. Look, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. We're just gonna try to like spike the demand for all of this stuff too by expanding out and everything, and we should be in pretty good shape. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm still enjoying playing this. It looks like there's another expansion due out for City Skylines at some point as well in the near future. They're working on some new stuff, so hopefully I can get my hands on that ahead of time and start taking a look at it and maybe be a bit more involved in that one than I was with After Dark. After Dark I didn't really pick up until after the fact. Holy shit, the mall is actually on fire. I can't believe it. Maybe these people are partying so hard that the mall has just caught fire. So that's at least something else to look forward to, but there's still plenty of stuff to cover in this expansion, and also just having a nice big rip-roaring city that actually works as well is something fun to build towards too. So we'll carry on with that. Excellent. If you liked the video and you like the series, please make sure to leave a like. It's always very much appreciated and always very helpful as well. Equally, if you dislike the series or you didn't like this video for whatever reason, feel free to leave a dislike as well. There's a button for each, so you might as well use one of them, right? Excellent. All right, well, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time!